So I just started off the day with a load of diesel fuel. $2.75 a gallon for off-road. Not too shabby, actually. Can't complain about that. So the tank is topped off, and I had him fill up the excavator while he was here. So I'm good to go for a while. They've been calling for rain all morning. It hasn't rained yet. I've been trying to time it. I went to light up my burn pit down there. I took those couple cherry trees down in the yard the other day, and they're in bad shape. They've been dead for a while. Real punky and rotten, so the whole burn pit is filled up with that. I don't want to flame on until I'm sure it's going to rain. I think probably around noon. We'll just have to see. Oh, so by the way, I wanted to mention this. You remember this vent on here? I was questioning this. I didn't think it was right. It just doesn't look right. You know, it sits out here in the open, and I thought that rain would get in here, and then I determined the water comes out here, and supposedly you don't get any water in your tank. But I still wasn't sure. I find pictures online, seems to be the way they do it. A lot of people on here commented that it didn't look right, and I agreed with them. I just talked to the driver that delivered the fuel, and he said all the gas stations, he sees these all the time, and it's right. So he said you don't get water in your tank with one of them. So I'll take his word for it. He's been filling these tanks for years and years. So right now, first thing on the agenda, I'm going to get rid of this leftover pile of 2A limestone. I used this for bedding around the last culvert pipe. I'm just going to spread it out right here real quick. I have been slowly covering up all the big number 3 rock down here, and it makes it a lot easier to walk around on. So we'll just spread this out. I'll knock it down with the excavator, and then I need the LX down here anyway with the land plane. We'll finish it with that. I got things shaped up there a little bit. By the way, that tilt bucket, when I take that off the excavator, I like to lean it on something like a log or something. Sometimes it'll stay standing, other times it'll kind of flop over backwards, and it is just easier if you have it up against something when you go back to hook it up again. I also like to connect the hoses together, and it makes them easier to go on the excavator next time you use it. So, we didn't get any rain today. Well, we got a few sprinkles. That was about it. They're calling for it all day, just never materialized. There's a chance tonight, and I think that's about it for a while. You very seldom hear me wish for rain, but we could definitely use some. But anyway, the topic of today's video, this is a big one. The Kubota partnership. As many of you know, we partnered with Kubota Tractor Corporation a while back. I actually had to go back and look through old videos to see how long ago it was. And it started, I published the first video on it on May 8th, 2020. So it's been over 4 years, and that partnership is coming to an end very soon. And it's been great. It has. We started off with the MX 5400 and a BX 23S with a little backhoe, bunch of attachments. And we used that little BX quite a bit. And then after 2 years, I believe, I'm not sure on all these dates, we did an extension, then I think another extension. It's been 4 years. I didn't realize it was that long. And after the first 2 years, we went from the BX 23S and an MX 5400 to the LX 3310 and another MX 5400. Great tractors. And throughout this whole time, I have not had one issue at all with any of the equipment. We also got a Kubota SideKick. It's been a great little buggy. And what's nice about them, they're actually pretty affordable. Those things, if you see the price of some of those now, you could just buy a truck, really, for what some of these things cost. But the SideKick was a great little machine for running around the property. We mostly used it for work, not really trail riding, just on our own trails here. Like down in West Virginia, you can ride those things on the road legally. I never took it down there, but it's been a great machine as well. But the partnership has come to an end. Within the next couple weeks, it'll be over. So we need to make a change. We're not continuing with Kubota. And like I said, it has been great. There's no drama or anything like that. It's just time for a change. And I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do or get. I know we have to replace some equipment, so we're going to be buying some things. Now, we had an offer from another tractor company that I wasn't interested in. And really, I'm not interested in doing it anymore. Not that there was anything wrong with it. Like I said, Kubota was great. Everyone that I dealt with there, they were passionate about what they do, knowledgeable about their tractors. I didn't have any problems with them at all. And if you've been watching our channel for a while, you know I just like Kubota. You know, there's a lot of good brands out there. I've just been partial to Kubota. And just to clarify, what we'll be leaving will be the LX 4020, which is a great tractor. I would have to say, I think that's my favorite tractor that I've ever had. It's just loads of horsepower in a smaller frame tractor, but it's not too small either. It's hard to explain. But yeah, that tractor will be leaving. The MX 5400, it's a great machine as well, but to be honest, I just don't use it much anymore. And the reason is I have a skid loader. The only reason I needed the MX was for heavy lifting. And now that I have the Kubota skid loader, I don't have a need for a tractor that size. And so the LX, the MX, and the SideKick will all be leaving, and some attachments. The excavator and the skid loader, those are mine. I bought those. Man, it's been a while. I'm on my second excavator. I didn't need to replace it, but I traded the 57-4 on the -5. And the skid loader, I only have about 200 hours on it. But yeah, everything's leaving. And we're going to replace some stuff. So if people get upset when I buy things, they're really going to be mad because we're going to be purchasing some equipment. Like I said, I'm not into, I don't know, I'm just at that point in my life and the point with the channel where I'm not really interested in entering in any kind of partnerships anymore. I would just like to buy things like I did the excavator and the skid loader, and, you know, maybe every couple years or whatever, trade it on something else and try different things. This channel has given us an opportunity to try lots of different things, like zero-turn mowers. Man, we have run Exmark, Walkers, Toros, Steels, all different things over the years. And one thing that you will find with our channel, I do not, if it's not something that I like, I won't even show it on the channel. You know what I mean? And that kind of goes back to an offer I had from a tractor company about showcasing tractors again on our channel. It's just not something I would buy. So they could bring one out for a couple years and I could use it, but I don't want to do that because it's not something I would buy. I don't shop around at all for these kind of deals at all. I never did. Some channels, they spend all day, every day, trying to get, equipment from companies and things like that to showcase on their channel. I'm not into that at all. When this all started, Kubota contacted me, and I had Kubotas prior to that, and then I went with the RK tractors for a while, and then back to Kubota, and yeah, that's just how it all worked out. But I don't shop around. I don't care. I'm at the point now, like I said, with the channel and what I want to do, I would rather just buy whatever I want and then maybe trade in a couple years. And, you know, YouTube has changed as well. I guess that has something to do with it, too. You know, the days of how to use a box blade or how to use a land plane or tilling your garden. There are thousands and thousands of videos on all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be doing, I mean, of course I'm using equipment all the time, but it's more about the projects that we're working on and the things that we're doing than the equipment itself. I mentioned a while back, like IBC totes. You know, I did videos on IBC totes years ago, and it's just been beat to death. So I don't want to partner with another tractor company. I will get another tractor. I have a pretty good idea what I'm going to buy, but you'll see that in a couple weeks or a month or two. I don't know. As of right now, though, I am not interested in partnering with any companies on anything like that at all. And I'm actually really looking forward to it. The first thing that we need to replace, and we need to do this quick, we're actually going to do it tomorrow, is the sidekicks. And like I said, I've had good luck with the sidekick, and they are affordable, handy to have around, but we need something that we can take to West Virginia and rip around some trail riding and work as well. So tomorrow morning, Melissa and I are hitting the road and going to pick up a new side-by-side. That'll take care of that. And then the tractors, that'll be coming up in a month or so. And you'll see what we get with that. But yeah, I'm excited. It's kind of like a fresh start, a new beginning. And like I said, everything on YouTube has changed for our channel, and it has evolved over the years. And the days of how to, you know, unless it's something really unique or interesting, everything else has been beat to death. You know what I mean? So many videos out there on the same thing. I like just doing videos on what we're doing, like the road we're building out here. I think that stuff's pretty cool. You know what I mean? We cleared a couple hundred trees. We're building a nice road. We got plans for out there in the meadow, the cabin down in West Virginia, the firewood, the sawmilling, all that kind of stuff, and what you build out of those products or out of those things that you produce. And that's kind of what I'm into. That's what I like to do. So that's it. The Kubota partnership is coming to an end really soon, actually. And I'm going to have to go shopping. I am. Only thing I use a tractor for anymore, and I use it quite a bit, land plane, a tiller, loader, you know, moving stone around, and snow removal in the winter. So I don't need, you know, I don't need a lot of attachments for a tractor anymore. Once you get the skid loader and excavator, the tractors, they're great, don't get me wrong, but, you know, I get in that SVL 97-2, and I can pick up a 4,000 pound log with it, and like the LX tractor has a lift capacity of like 1,000 pounds, the MX around 2,000 pounds. So there's no comparison between the construction equipment and the tractors, but you just got to have a tractor. You do. You got to have one because they're so darn handy. You know, like when I'm grading up a driveway that got washed out, even though I have a skid loader, I use a tractor with a land plane. Favorite attachment, probably. I like that tiller as well. But that's the story on that. Like I said, no drama. Everything has been great with Kubota. I appreciate the opportunity I had with them. And but I'm glad that it's come to an end. And I am ready to just do other things. You know what I mean? I like doing whatever, you know, just do different stuff. So I'll report back first thing tomorrow morning when Melissa and I hit the road, and we'll go pick up the new buggy. That'll be the first replacement we get. We'll show you that. Probably briefly show you that, and then once we get familiarized with it a little bit, we'll do a complete video on it. And that's about it. But yeah, a lot of things changing. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I had to go back, you know, like I said in the videos, 4 years to see when this all started. Everything I think is 2 years is actually 4 or 5 years. I mentioned that the other day. I thought I had my dump trailer for like 2 or 3 years. It's almost 5 years. But anyway, if you go back to May of 2020, we were just building the woodshed down there. All that was down there was the woodshed. It wasn't even done yet. And the LX150 sawmill. And then I didn't realize how much bigger we made everything, moving all that dirt. We got the pavilion, the new sawmill. The building wasn't here, obviously. But yeah, a lot of things have changed, and things are going to continue to change. And I'm looking forward to it. I am. Anyway, I'll report back in the morning. So Melissa and I are in, I don't even know where we're at. Maryland. Somewhere.
Some part.
We're on our way to Romney Cycle. I told you I would report back in the morning. Well, that's what we're doing. But we had to pull over and check out these couple trucks here. Look at these. Old Mack on there. You got a Yingling truck and a Budweiser truck. They're super nice. Brock Oil Company, Morgantown, West Virginia. Oh, these are just beautiful. Someone really did some nice work. Old Chevy here. And look at the red on this Budweiser. I have to say, they're all beautiful, but I like this old Mack here. And it's being pulled by a slightly less old Mack. Boy, they're nice, aren't they?
They are nice.
And you're sitting here crocheting while I'm out looking at the trucks. What are you making?
An Afghan. I had it done, like probably half done for grandson Bo, and I realized that a quarter of the way up, I switched. I goofed up, so I had to pull it out. Starting over.
So I mentioned we're on our way to Romney Cycle, and when we get there, we'll show you what we got. Both Levi and Christian got Kawasaki mules that are very nice, but we're gonna get something a little different. All right, just pulled into Romney Cycle. Big place, isn't it?
It is.
Let's go get the buggy.
All right.
Well, there it is. We're all loaded up at Romney Cycle. This is a CanAm Defender Limited. What do you think, Melissa?
I think it's nice. It sounds nice. The seats are very comfortable.
Yeah, we have a lot to learn about it, but yeah, it's very nice. These things have really evolved over the years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice. I'm impressed. When we get home, we'll go over it a little bit more, but it'd take a half hour to go over this machine. We're not going to do that right now, but
right.
We got another stop to make, and we're going to hammer it on home. But I like the color. What do you think?
I do.
Yep.
And with the wheels.
Yeah, the wheels are nice. Looks good. So Melissa and I, we stopped in Oakland, Maryland, and had some lunch. Just checking the straps here. Oakland is probably an hour and 15 minutes from Romney, West Virginia, and then from here home is probably about 2.5 hours, and we're about 20 minutes from the cabin right here. Yeah, this thing's really nice. Comes Melissa. Did you pick up some essential supplies?
Yeah.
Dollar Tree.
Yeah. I had to get some graduation cards.
Ready to hit the road?
Yep.
So Melissa and I got back from West Virginia last night. Must have been around, I don't know, 7:30, but it is an absolutely beautiful morning today. I mean, the birds are chirping, the sun's up, nice and cool. It's only about 50, just a beautiful morning. Grass is really coming in now. We had some rain the other night. Yeah, this will be ready to be mowed here in another week or two. Coming in good. That's one thing we are very fortunate with around here. It's pretty easy to grow grass and food plots and things like that. I always see comments from people about doing soil tests and fertilizing and all that. Around here, you just kind of put seeds in the ground, and when it rains, it grows. So anyway, we're going to be working down here at the wood yard this morning. I'm just going to get some things ready. Levi and John will be here in a little bit. They're going to split some firewood and fill some more baskets. I think I'm going to go work on finishing up the road going out to the meadow, and then I'll come back down here later. But yeah, anyway, the Kubota partnership is over, and well, within a week or two, I think. And I'm actually really looking forward to all the changes, and there's going to be a lot of big changes around here. You saw the first one with a new side-by-side, and boy, is that thing nice. I hope it holds up. I don't know. I've never had a CanAm before. They're a lot less expensive than the big fancy Polaris ones are. We used to have a Polaris Crew, and then we've got the Polaris four-wheeler. It's an 850 Ultimate Trail. It's real nice. But yeah, the new Polaris, like the one equivalent to that CanAm, is really expensive. Not that the CanAm was cheap by any means, but Polaris is pretty proud of them. And I've heard good things about the Defenders, and hopefully it lasts us a lot of years. I would not have bought that if we were just using it here on our property. Around here we're in more of a work mode, but the reason I got that, it'll be used both here and down at the cabin. I have some friends down there, neighbors and stuff, and I mean, they ride for miles and miles down in West Virginia. So we'll be doing some of that with the new Defender. And once I run it around a little bit, get familiarized with it, I'll do a complete video on it. I didn't see many on YouTube at all, surprisingly. So we'll go over it all. But we rode it around just a little bit last night, and my goodness, the ride on that thing is incredible. It really is. I look forward to ripping around almost heaven, West Virginia. But we love going down there, we do. And the only person I know that has one that I talk to, you know, that I actually know, is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and he loves his. I texted him the other day again, and he said it's the best side-by-side that he ever had. So hopefully we have the same luck with that. But as far as the Kubota thing goes, like I said, it's been a good run. It was all good. I love Kubota equipment, I do, but I'm really looking forward to just being like a free agent, you know what I mean? And I'm not looking for another partnership at all, not at all. And not that I couldn't do whatever I wanted. I don't know what it is. It's just I can do my own thing and get what we want and do what we want, and I'm pretty excited about that. But I want to thank Kubota. It's been a good run, and the next thing I'm going to have to replace is that LX 4020, and that'll be coming up relatively soon. And like I said earlier, I don't really use the MX 5400 anymore now that I have a skid loader, but I like that size of the LX. I need that size of a tractor just for trail maintenance and plowing snow, you know, brush hogging, the land plane, and plus they're easy to haul. You know, I could put that on the new trailer and zip down to West Virginia like nothing. So, but anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. Big changes are coming. They really are. And yeah, it's been a good run. But anyway, I think that's about it for today's video. Oh, one more thing. Daughter Eva just published a video this morning. You may want to check that out. She is doing a full review on Melissa's new vehicle. Melissa published a video. Well, you're going to see this on Sunday. So Melissa published a video on Saturday. Her channel is Morgan's Off the Leash. And then Eva is just Eva Morgan. I'll put those videos in the description and maybe up above. But Eva does a really good job on like car reviews and stuff, because she looks at things and consider things that most of us don't even think about or care about, but she kind of goes over them from front to back through the eyes of a 19-year-old girl, not a 58-year-old man. So check out her channel, and Melissa's as well. There comes a bee already this morning. Appreciate y'all being here. We'll catch you on the next one.